Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian Report for the 12th of December. The ASX here on the daily chart, we're looking at wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave A, back for wave B here, and we're looking for 5 waves down for wave C. So we're pretty much likely to come down closer to the 5,000 area through here. So from wave B here, we've got a clear wave 1 and 2 here, and then we've got this, we're in this particular structure here, which we'll go into the intraday and have a look at that. Just before we do though, the 5,500 is going to offer support. Well, we've seen support already in terms of the current bounce back up through here. So it could take a little while to move through here. It'll either be a complex movement through here, or it'll just slice through like butter. And the reason I say that is that we're in the third wave here, and we're also in the third of the third wave in here. So let's just go into the 4-hour chart here, perhaps. Okay, so we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 over here, and then we've got wave 1 down through here and wave 2 back through here, and then we have wave 1 here and wave 2 here. So we're in the third of the third of the third here. So we should see this move down reasonably well through here. The only hitch is that the 5,500 can offer a bit of a bumpy ride, but I think that trading less and accommodating the bounces that occur through here. So on the hourly chart, just to move that in a little bit, so we have wave 2 over here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves down for wave 1 here, and ABC back for wave 2. So what we're going to be seeing now is we're going to be seeing this move down through here, and we should see a bounce come back into here as 5 waves down through to here, and then back, and then down again through here, moving down to 3, 4, and 5 for the third wave here, and then back for the fourth here. This is where it can get a bit bumpy through here, and down again through here. There is another possible count here that we have this wave 2, still have wave 1 here, because we've definitely got 5 waves coming down, but wave 1 here, and having this wave 2 over here. So not that it makes a huge difference, but yeah. So I don't know if the tick chart has got much more on than this here, or if I even updated it. I don't think I have updated it, but we can just work with what we've got here for just 1 second. We don't need to have it labeled as such, but we can put this here, and we know that the support is going to be in this space here. Okay, so that's pretty much within group 2 here. So 65, 72 and 80 as we call group 2. I can't draw on this side here, but let's just remove this now, and then we can look at this here. Let me just see. I don't think that's quite finished. I think there's a little bit more to come down here, because I can see from here we've got one. I can see we've got a little fourth wave in here, ABC. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we've still got a little bit to come down here. So this is still basically, this is still vibrating across this number here, and it doesn't have this number as support or resistance yet. So I can't draw up through here, but basically this market can move up to around this space in here somewhere, right? So if this comes down here further, and then it's got to go back up into this space here, and then it will come down. So the safe trade would be looking at this low here, so allowing the market to finish off down here, and then retest that, and then it will leave that low exposed here, like a low here, and then you can draw that across there. There will also be a bit of trend line support coming through here as well, so that might even help support that there. But yeah, so really we need to wait for this to complete here, some sort of retest of the 5,600, and then only when it fails from that point and comes back down and takes this low out here would be the shorting opportunity there. If we have a look at, we've been looking at the banks, of course, so if we just start with ANZ, because we were looking at this here. So yeah, this has still got to, we're short in this market, but we're still expecting it to have further downside here from wave 3 here, ABC for 4 and down for 5. So we can look at it being down around the 23 mark here. And also Combank as well, which is got more weight in the index. Now, I'll just go to the daily chart here. Let's just paste this out here a little bit. So we've got an A wave, a B wave over here, and then we're going down for a C wave here. So we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and then we've got all the way down for wave 3 here, with this wave 3 here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this. We've talked about this wave 4 here. We know that it's small, but it has pulled back to the 38.2% retracement level. And we know that it's very simple, like this wave 4 is simple, is because we have wave 2s here being very quite complex, carrying more weight in them than their previous downtrends here. So we know that the complexity is in wave 2, so wave 4s can be simple. We don't often see that, but there it is. So it's possible for this to have an A and a B and a C and be completed here, and then we're moving down for wave 1 and back for wave 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So a fair bit to go down through here. I was looking at shorting this, but I thought that I would wait for this for a bit of a rally here. We'll look at that in a moment. But also too, if I just go to the 4-hour chart here, I've got wave 4 as an A and a B and a C here for, and that would be in blue to have that wave 4 here, okay? And that's fine, and then we can look at, if I can just clean this up through here. I mean, the good thing about this now, if I can just, I'm quite happy with wave 4 being here, and in fact what I'll do is I'll just move these out of the way here. And I'm going to put this here as the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave for wave 4 here, because we've got 5 waves down here. It could still give me, you know, it could still be the same as before, have an A wave here in 5 waves, a B wave, and a C wave here, and then move up from there. That's possible. But because of the downtrend of the markets, I don't think it's the case. So I think we're okay with this now. We'll know shortly anyway, but this here, we do have 5 waves down here, so we can look for some sort of ABC rally here, and then down further through here as such here. So if we just go in, I'm just going to save this, we'll just go in and have a look at this here. So we're not out of the woods yet. Wave 4s can get complicated, so and it is rather small, but we can justify that. But still, justifying it is not really a satisfactory answer. So we need evidence within the actual structure, and we're getting that because we got 5 waves down through to here. So when we look at this on the hourly chart here, I mean this stock carries 9% of the index, so. So we've got the A, the B, and the C here on the 1-hour chart, and we've got 5 waves down through here. So we should see some sort of rally come into play here for this. I mean, expecting the other banks down and expecting this to rally might be a bit of a tough call as well here. But yeah, down for wave 1, back for 2, and then coming down through here. So when we look at this, I better save that too. So when we look at this on the tick chart here, this structure coming down here that I've been counting, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and back for 2, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 3. We're looking for wave 4 to pull back, and then wave 5 to come down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I have to figure that out a bit, but basically we've got that low in place there. I mean, I could be wrong and it could just continue to cascade to the downside here, but if we're looking for this ABC pattern here, if that's right here, I mean the index will follow. The index is pulled around by this sector and pretty much by this stock. So we've got our 50-60% retracement level here. But we just need to be mindful. I mean, I just sort of expect it to come back up and cover this gap here as it has done here, maybe just, I have to check that, but yeah, to cover that gap, and then it's free to go to the downside here. So, and then we'll look to short this particular stock here. So it'll only be a simple, so this gives us our reference point low here, so we can look to short that. That should be on there because that's 68. 68's important. So that's off of the support there. So pretty much a retest of 70, and then we can look to short this here. Let's just see what happens first with this here. Alrighty, that's enough for Australia. Let's go and have a look at the rest of the Asia region. So China here, we've been working through a triangle pattern here. So an A wave here, a B wave here, a C wave here, a D wave here, and an E wave here. And we're looking to short it over here. Put that under here. But I'm a bit concerned about this because it actually looks like we've got an impulse wave to the downside here. But even so, even if it is an impulse wave, well, then I'd have to label that wave 1 here, and then I'd have to reassess this particular pattern here. I'll have to reassess that, but still we should get this rally here. So we've got 5 waves here, so we can actually short that low here. But what we want to do is we want to try and get a better you know, a higher position here. So let's just chill here. Let's just not panic. We've been, you know, we could have shorted it up here further as well, but we knew that we'd get this rally here. So let's just stay with this for a while, and let's just see what we get here first, okay? But just to say that we can take that low out here, you can short that low here, and that would leave Hong Kong probably same difference with it here too. So we're looking at wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. We're taking part profit here, leaving a bit of skin in the game. Once again, we can short this low here. We could probably short this low here, but it's always important too to gravitate to the closest largest number. So we've got 500 here. So if 500 becomes the retested resistance, then we can look to short that there as well. Okay, the 25,000 is going to give us a bounce here as well. But once again, I just want to see how this rally plays out here. So this, you know, this rally here so far compared to this trend here doesn't really sort of add up. The only thing here that frightens me here is that I'm calling a top in on this point here, where naturally it should be over here. But if I put it over here, then it doesn't really make this here as wave 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and I was looking at 5 here. But if we have to put this over here on this one, then this would be the bottom of the 3rd wave, and then this would be this 4th wave over here, then would come down for the 5th wave, and then we'd get the bounce. So that's possible as well. But I think China's lined up. This is lined up with China, so I'm kind of okay with it. But yeah, shorting it at 500 as resistance and coming down to the 2500, also take part profit on the 25 because we'll probably get a stronger bounce there. But let's just see if we get this rally in this space here for this. And that brings us over to the Nikkei, into Japan here, and we've got the same pattern here as well, haven't we? So, I mean, I could call this the A, the B, and the C here, but it's a little bit small regarding, you know, compared to what we've actually got here. So I also just want to allow this to play out as well. That ABC here can be this A wave here, this can be the B wave here, and we can look for 5 waves up for the C wave here on this space. We could also short this here as well, but we really want to wait for that B wave to come in here, and then I can put that in here, and let's just see if we get that C wave up here. But at the same token, just, you know, we can 2100 here, we can short under that. Yeah, so but yeah, we should be moving down further from this here. So just on the 4-hour chart here, just to bring in the bigger picture here, we're looking at there's a couple of ways I can count all of this, but yeah, we're just waiting for this particular rally here. I'll just clean this up here. I mean, this pattern here is corrective. It may not be a wave 2 here. It may be some sort of more complex pattern, right? So it doesn't matter. But because this move up from the low here is corrective, that means that we're going to be taking this low out here. Because we've got the 22 in terms of the trading levels, we've got 20,000 or trading level 2 here, and then we've got group 1, which is 1, 2 and 3 here. And so it's fair to say that we've got the number 2 here, the pivot within group 1 as resistance. So we're going to be pulled to this number here, and we're going to be pulled lower than that as well. So we're definitely in the downtrend. It's just a matter of handling and selling rallies with all of this. And of course, India will be the same, but slightly different. India has been one of the strongest stocks markets in the region, but still we've got it the same thing as well. Here we've got the low here, so we've got the A wave here, an A and a B and a C for the B wave here, and a C wave for our 11,000 target, which worked out well. And we're looking for this move down through here as wave 1, and we're looking for a move back into here as wave 2. Now it's moved up rather sharply through here, so but it has, you know, it is getting into our space here, meeting supply over here, so we need a way to short this here as well. So on the hourly chart here, I've got it down as the blue wave 1 here as well, so rather than the green wave 1, so sorry to confuse you like that. I am a bit lazy. I'll just leave that there for the time being and fix that later, because I have to adjust these too. So, but I was thinking, you know, this is our target area here. I was thinking this is how we could handle it here. It's possible to call this up as the A wave here, the B wave in here, and the C wave in here. This move back down here would also be the 38.2% retracement level from this low to this high here. So it's possible to have this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then wave 5 up here as well. Okay, so having 5 waves up here, that means that we would then have, if we had 5 waves up here, then we would have an A and a B and a C coming back 50-60%, and then we'd have another 5 waves up, and then we'd go down. So it could get a little bit more complicated, but also too, I don't want to miss it, and we need to accommodate risk. So this little move down through here, we can, it may or may not be finished. It's very close to being finished. There may be one more low to come in, but allow that low to come in, and then I'll just move that out the way. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for, just assuming this is wave 1 here and wave 2 going back up and then coming down here. So allow that market to, allow that rally to occur, okay? And then this move here, once we've got our reference point low in, we can short that. That's what I'm saying. It may get us into trouble, but if we got 5 waves here, which I think we have, then we'll see a rally here back to the 50, anywhere between 40 and 60%. Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it, but as long as you see that rally, but it will give us that reference point low here, which we can short. So another way to look at it is to use the 10,500 as the retested resistance on this leg here. Now with that, it may only bring us back to, no, it will be right if that occurs actually. We'll be fine, yeah. I mean, there will be support, there will be, this is where the support will come in at this point here too. So you just have to, normally number 4 doesn't really give us too much problem, but because it's the 50-60% retracement level, it will give us some problems at this point, but we'll just stay with that. So I'll just leave that there at the moment, and yeah, you know what to do. Alrighty, well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. Cheers.